Chances are you've heard of the phrase Bitcoin mining, and your mind begins to wander to the Western fantasy of pickaxes, dirt, and striking gold. So, have you ever wondered how the mining process on the blockchain works? Well, so have I. Now dive into it in this video and try and explain it as well as I can. First and foremost, I would really like to thank the Reddit user CapyonQ, as I have used a part of his explanation in this video, and you can find the link to his post in the description below. It's really worth a read. Now, the purpose of mining is probably a little bit confusing at first. Basically, mining is a mechanism that allows the blockchain to be a decentralized system, and it secures the Bitcoin system and enables a system without a central authority. Mining is based on a hash function of the block, a complex formula that takes all the data in the block and spits out one big number based on it. So this is very similar to a signature, which is different for every block and which also changes with any change in the block data. Now, that number, which is also called a hash, is essentially a long string of random digits. So in decimal examples, that might look like 4848274333 or 369918170. And that means about 1 in 10 results will end with 0, right? And about 1 in 100 will end with 2 zeros. And maybe 3 in 1000 will end with 3 zeros. So yeah, I think you get the gist. Now, it actually happens in binary, but miners essentially try a large amount of hashes to get a result which ends with the right number of zeros. So they do this by changing one of the fields in the block called the nonce. So for 1, 2, 3, 4 until they hit the hash result with the right number of zeros. So the right number of zeros changes every 2 weeks so that the successful hashes occur every 10 minutes. Now, many miners are trying to get successful hashes at the same time, and that's around 78 million per second, and that's currently 78 quintillion, so 78 with 18 zeros, and that's a huge number. So to put it into perspective, this is a Rubik's Cube. So there are about 43.3 quintillion ways to arrange a 3 times 3 Rubik's Cube. Now, to better understand this large number, imagine miners, computers, performing 1.8 times the number of possible combinations for a Rubik's Cube each second. Now let that sink in for a moment. Now, as soon as a miner gets a successful hash, they quickly broadcast the result to the BTC network, if we use BTC as an example. Now, other miners can also very quickly confirm that success because it's very easy to check a hash, and so they all abandon the hash attempt and start a new one with a new transaction from the pool of waiting ones. So miners get to choose which transactions to put into a block, and that's why higher fee transactions get done quicker, and also why cheap transactions can go through when there are not many transactions on the network. Now that there's a successful block that's added to everyone's copy of the blockchain, that means that this set of transactions now has one confirmation. And if we look at that block, you will see the destination address for the BTC reward. And at that moment, the mining reward for each block is 12.5 BTC. And that reward amount halves every 3 years. And the next halving, which everyone is talking about, is in 265 days, depending on when you're watching this video. Now, you can see the countdown towards the next halving on bitcoinblockhalf.com. I'll link that down below. And you also get a lot of other informative data on the Bitcoin network. That was it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. If you like this type of videos, then I'd appreciate subscribe, and if you click on the notification bell. And if you want similar topics, then please write those down in the comments below. See you soon.